A couple of my group mates were from different parts of the USA, like Nigel and Chandani. I also had a group mate from Colombia, Stefa, and she was the one who took charge for most of the project.
Two of my group mates are from the USA. They are Kate and Nicholas, while one is from Italy. Her name is Benedetta, and she was the most initiative among my group mates after me.
The majority of my groupmates were from the USA, Brian and Fu, while Sergio was from Colombia. Sergio was one of the more helpful teammates, with him always having the initiative to do work.
I have three groupmates: Saja from the Netherlands, Sebastian from the Dominican Republic, and Yongchi from the United States.
We decided to go with YKK USA for our project. We wanted to suggest that they develop a new product involving smart zippers to be used in the medical field. We took note of the fact that their global success should not hinder them from being innovative and trying to create a new market for them to succeed in.
So we worked on Moss Burger Japan's challenge, which is to suggest a new market for them to enter. So we suggested Malaysia because of its sizable population, its urbanization, its growing economy, and its vibrant food culture. Then, with a trend towards health consciousness, Moss Burger can capitalize on offering its fresh menu options.
So as for our selection, our team specifically selected YKK, recognizing the zipper industry's vital role, especially in retail. YKK aims to identify new opportunities to boost its US operations. Just to give a brief introduction about the industry, there's very limited competition since this stems from high barriers to entry, including substantial capital investment in specialized machinery. Thus, economies of scale are essential for YKK's profitability given the product's low unit price.
We selected Moss Food Services to offer insights and enhancing their marketing and organizational structures. For marketing, we proposed standardized advertisements to enhance brand recognition among potential customers. As for the organizational structure, we recommended appointing regional managers to represent franchises across different countries, streamlining the decision-making process for the core team members involved.
We had a lot of communication issues with our group. Some of us, myself included, had troubles in their personal lives but were unable to convey this to the group. However, we still managed to push through to the end despite all these challenges.
The biggest challenge we had was at the beginning when we were trying to coordinate a virtual meeting schedule. So, with that, I suggested when to meet, which finally allowed us to find a meeting time that we were all available. Afterwards, work went very smoothly, with me taking the lead and suggesting the delegation tasks, and then my members would volunteer to work on the sections they want to work on, and then everyone would just complete their tasks before the assigned deadlines.
From the start, our group maintained a laid-back and relaxed atmosphere. Communication flowed effortlessly, with nearly everyone being responsive on Messenger. Despite not having synchronous meetings, I don't think it hindered the quality of our work. In fact, working asynchronously gave us the flexibility to tackle tasks on our own pace, reducing pressure and granting us more freedom to do it. It was a very pleasant experience for me, especially with the cohesion within our group.
Our challenges were scheduling and communication. Being in a different time zone, I could only communicate with the team at around 6 or 7 p.m., and this required major schedule adjustments on my end. Additionally, Sebastian had a language barrier since he was not as well versed in English, and this led to occasional misunderstandings as there was some confusion with reserving and assigning tasks, and this also led to overlapping of our work when delegating.
Personally, I was really able to learn a lot about time management. Being the only one from a vastly different time zone meant that I had to be the one to adjust to the team's schedule. I was only able to get through this project because I chose to make time for it. I found myself needing to negotiate with my groupmates a lot regarding deadlines. More often than not, my groupmates would set deadlines that were suitable to them because they lived in similar time zones. Being able to negotiate for an extension meant that I would have to deal with less pressure while the team could receive a higher quality contribution from me, which is a result of my practice in class through the negotiation simulations.
Even though my team was able to accomplish our main goal, which is to finish the paper smoothly and without much conflict, I did not feel as satisfied, or I did not enjoy the work as much even when we finished the paper, because we did not establish a real friendship during the weeks that we worked together. So with this, I learned that establishing friendships is essential in work to make the job more enjoyable, satisfying, and perhaps meaningful. This underscores the importance of interpersonal relationships in the workplace, which aligns more closely with the collectivist perspective rather than individualism from the Hofstede model. So, in collectivist societies, such as in many Asian countries, the emphasis is often on the group's cohesion and harmony rather than individual achievement. Now, my perspective may have been influenced by my culture as a Filipino, but I know that universally, there is more satisfaction derived from working in a team and establishing friendships within it.
A vital lesson I learned on this course is the importance of effective communication in cross-cultural settings like X culture. Conveying ideas is as vital as generating them. Also, I learned that adopting a holistic approach is very crucial considering diverse perspectives. By embracing a multifaceted approach, I believe we can thoroughly explore different angles, identify root causes, and devise comprehensive solutions to address business challenges. I think this applies not only to complex projects but also to everyday interactions. For example, using a collaborative online platform with built-in translation features can help bridge communication gaps like what we did in X culture. This allowed team members to share ideas in their native language while ensuring everyone has access to the information in their preferred language.
One thing that I picked up was that one shouldn't fault another person just because of their inability to do something. Like I said, there were some issues regarding Sebastian about task delegation, but then again, like I said, he didn't have a high level of mastery over English, so occasions of misunderstanding are bound to happen. However, with a bit of explanation and patience, he was able to contribute meaningfully to the rest of the group. This could tie in with some of the teachings that we learned in Module 2, being that both my learnings from X culture and from that module specifically encouraged open-mindedness. Just because there might be differences between you and another person, whether it be through experiences, skill set, culture, you should still retain patience, and that you should address the other person with fairness and open-mindedness, because doing the opposite would be judging that person on a standard that they aren't familiar with, which would be unfair for that person.
I would recommend for people to be ready to adapt to anything. Cultural differences can be shocking to people that are not prepared for it. Being adaptable can help you and your team achieve your goals and more.
Successful collaboration among diverse individuals relies on transparent communication. According to Helen Dereski in her book, effective communication surpasses mere information sharing. It involves grasping the cultural nuances that influence how our colleagues interpret messages. It's also important to recognize each person's strengths, since it reminds us to listen to different ideas. Doing this approach reduces misunderstandings and cultivates an environment where ideas flow freely, crucial for innovation in today's global business.
I also recommend that we prioritize relationship building by creating opportunities for team building activities or informal discussions to foster camaraderie and trust among team members, which can lead to more productive and satisfying work experiences.
Like I mentioned, be patient with the group that you're working with, because they might not be as productive in the moment, but with some help, they might be. Additionally, I would advise future X culture takers to be social with your group. As much as you can reduce everything that you do to just business, having a bond with the people that you're working with is also important. No matter how superficial or momentarily that may be, it will help when it comes to production. Trust me.
I think I can speak for myself and even my group mates that our X culture experience was very challenging, but also very enlightening. Now, we cannot say fully that we enjoyed the process of working because of some unmet expectations or some complications, but I for sure can say that what we love most about the X culture experience is that we have learned so much from working with other people from different cultures, as this brought us to learn more about other people and more so about ourselves. Now, What do our group mates say about us, working with us Filipinos?
Hello, Justin. I hope you are well. I want to express my gratitude to you. Secondly, you were a great colleague and leader with the team. I liked your responsibility and keenness toward us, your member groups. And it was a great experience working with you. And I look forward to everything if turned out very well for your professional and personal life. And that's it. I send to a hug from Colombia.
Hi, my name is Jacob. About Joey as a teammate. At the beginning, Joey was quite passive throughout group discussions. She provided insight on projects and was active in a timely manner. This allowed for quick transitions. However, as the project became filled with workload, infrequent communication became apparent. When asked, she was capable of completing certain tasks, but it was apparent that there was a common trend in procrastination. This led to other team members having to take on additional responsibilities to avoid delay on material. Of course, the team and I should have performed better. It was apparent from week 1 which team members would struggle, and it was the responsibility of the team and I to find means to create a more inclusive environment. But overall, it was a new challenge, and it'll probably take away as I prepare for post-college, so yeah.